Hi all, sorry about that. Just recording this video as a little walkthrough of the second half of the course. I've been making changes and keeping you updated as I've made them. So I think things are pretty much finalized. Things might change a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with how I have it set up now. It's not too different, but let me walk you through it. Here's the homepage again of our course. Again, as usual, the modules page is the most important page for us. We might be using a little bit more Confer Zoom. That's Zoom. It's a online conference system through Canvas, so you can talk to me one-on-one. I'll have more about that later. Also, you might, of course, you want to go check out your grades here. You can skip the assignments. The discussion boards is a useful place because it has links to library-led discussions about research topics and such. But really, modules is the most important page. So let's go there, most important tab. So let's take a look here. I've collapsed all those previous weeks. Now, we don't start up with class again until Monday, March 30th, because we have a 2-week spring break instead of 1 week to allow everybody to transition to the online learning environment we're going to use probably for the rest of the semester. And I've indicated that here, spring break. And then I've gone ahead and posted all the instructions for essay number 3 and essay number 4 in this one module before week 11. So all the stuff for essay number 4 is available now if you want to take a look. It's not due, of course, for over a month, but because we have a compressed second half of the course because we're losing a week of instruction, we have about 6.5 weeks left. You might want to take a look at some of this ahead of time and start thinking about it. And of course, I've just put the stuff from essay number 3. We looked at that the week before spring break, but I put it here if you want to look at it again. Okay. So, and we'll talk a lot more about essay number 4 as we get closer, but I just wanted to allow you to take a look at that ahead of time. So if we come down week 11, what I've done is I've taken the chapters from The Best We Could Do, the book that we're looking at in this part of the course, that graphic novel we started talking about a little bit right before spring break. I did that lecture on visual rhetoric and how to read a comic book and that kind of stuff. You can find that material if you want to review that in week 9, right? I put the lectures that I use, visual rhetoric, because one section of the course we didn't get to meet that week. So if you want to review that material, it's still there. That's under week 9. I like to collapse things just to make it easier to navigate. Anyways, week 11, I've broken out each chapter of the book and I've loaded that into Perusal. So we'll be using Perusal to read The Best We Could Do, and I have a video of how to use Perusal for this because there's a button you have to click on. Anyways, check out that video as well for specific ideas about how to use Perusal when you're looking at this graphic novel. And so I want you to engage with each chapter using Perusal. But don't worry, I'm asking you to do fewer annotations. All I want you to do is annotate or make at least 3 comments. One just looking at one of the graphic elements, one looking at a specific piece of textual or graphic evidence you could use for your third essay, and then one where you engage with somebody else's comments. So I've tried to streamline it and make it easier, or not easier, but just fewer comments, so it should be quicker. There's less onus on making a lot of annotations using Perusal. I just want to give everybody a chance to discuss and talk about this novel as we would have in class. So anyways, each chapter I want you to engage with Perusal, and then week 11 there's a discussion forum just to think about what you might work on for your third paper. Week 12 we continue that same structure. We're going to look at 4 chapters of that graphic novel using Perusal, and then your proposal is due. Week 13 we're wrapping up with the graphic novel, so look at the last 3 chapters, and we'll do our peer editing session for essay number 3. So you need to have a rough draft. I think I set the date of Wednesday or Thursday, I can't remember, of that week. So you have to have your rough draft ready for that, do our online peer editing. Then week 14, we shift gears. We're moving into the 4th essay. We'll be watching some music videos and thinking about how we could analyze these texts. And we'll be using a platform called Wakelet, which is a kind of online content curation platform, which we're going to be using for this week and for part of your final project. Okay, so this is our kind of introduction to this platform and a chance for us to practice using it, as well as watching some fun music videos and thinking about how to go about analyzing these things. As well, there's an MLA assignment I'll be talking about that week. Week 15, I'll be doing some more concentrated work on. We'll be doing some more concentrated work on MLA formatting and annotate and writing MLA style entries and that kind of stuff. We'll talk about research, some ideas for research because your final project does involve research. There's a couple activities. Your MLA assignment is due. I'll talk about that a lot more as we get closer. We'll look at a sample essay for number 4 using perusal, discussion, sharing some research sources that we found, and then your essay or your proposal for essay number 4 is due. Going into the last section of the course, I collapsed 16 and 17, week 16 and 17 together because it's really a week and a half because we will wrap up on Wednesday, May 13th, all online and hybrid courses end there. They don't extend into the exam period. So we'll wrap up on May 13th. So really this is a week and a half. And I've added these text headers to help you navigate the deadlines for this last week and a half because there's a bunch of things going on. We'll do our final exam. It's just a presentation of your study guide that you put together using Wakelet. And, I'll have a lot more to say about this, of course, in a few weeks. Then that's due on the Sunday, and then that last kind of half a week we'll do peer editing, a final discussion board just to reflect on some of the readings we've done, and then finally your last paper and your last letter to the reader are due on Wednesday, May 13th. Okay, so that's just a quick overview of the rest of the course. It's mostly the same as the syllabus, just altered. I've tried to streamline it a bit. I've taken out some of the stuff that we were going to do. Had to collapse some of the stuff, compress, I guess is a better word, compress some of the stuff we're doing with the best we could do into 3 weeks rather than 4. But other than that, it's pretty similar to what we had planned. So please do take a look. You should be able to see all this stuff, even though it's the module is locked. You can still see the ghosted stuff, so you can get an idea of the workload and start thinking about that ahead of time. Also, please do contact me if you have any questions or concerns, or you need a little flexibility here and there. Please let me know. I know it's weird times right now, so we can do this together. Just stay in touch with me and let me know ahead of time if you need something from me. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.